We're back from the break. Agenda 21 Talk.
We are.
It was a very enlightening viewpoint she has there.
Hey, we got Carrie from California. Want to go to Carrie because this probably relates to an email. Carrie, are you there?
Yes, this is Carrie in California, and I'm surprised you recognized me off the bat, but there you go.
I was just reading over your email during the break there, and I've got some ideas. Why don't you enlighten everybody? What's going on out there?
What's going on is that we have CAL FIRE, and CAL FIRE is a state agency that actually runs more fire stations than Chicago, Los Angeles, and New York do individually, all of those combined.
I'm getting an echo. Are you on a speakerphone or anything?
No, I'm not. I went into the bathroom.
Oh.
So I crashed all. The things we do for activism. Anyhow, so CAL FIRE in our town, we live in an unincorporated county. We live in an unincorporated part of our county, and there is a small fire department in our area. But according to what they've told us, the Cambria Special Services District actually enforces fire regulations for vacant lots, while CAL FIRE, which is supposedly a state agency that's hired by the county, is in charge of keeping fire regulations on property with buildings. So we're a little bit confused on exactly does CAL FIRE do and how a state agency is supposedly hired by the county to maintain fire protection.
Well, now, first of all, the key word that you say there is agency.
Yes.
Now, I'm just a novice in that area because I'm studying the Alabama Administrative Procedures Act myself, but that agency would fall under those guidelines. So, for California, I'd recommend that you study that, read that, to see what they can and cannot do. But I will tell you this. This goes out to you guys and everybody else. But there's some. We're involved with a group here in North Alabama called ACR, Alabama Alliance for
Property Rights.
No. Alliance. Hold it. ACR, Alliance Citizens' Rights. Alliance for Citizens' Rights. That's it. Anyway, every once in a while we actually get to attend the meetings in Holly Pond. And there's some folks in that group that are activists also. One of them we have on here quite often, actually, Don Casey. But he, along with another guy, Danny Hembry, have come up with an idea. And you might be interested in this, Carrie, and anybody else out there, but it's a posted sign for your property. And they're going to have these made up, and they'll stick in the ground just like these political signs will do. But basically, you post your sign, and you I think I've got the wording for it and everything in an email, but you basically let any public official, agent, whatever, know before they enter your land that they're trespassing unless they're on your property for some type of health emergency. That's the only condition that would allow them to come onto your property without your permission. And it cites the federal code, criminal code, that you can charge them with for coming on that property. Now, we did see, we saw some folks running a code enforcer off on a video this last Friday.
Correct.
They actually took a video. Code enforcer came with the sheriff to this guy's house, and this lady was showing him something. I don't know if it was this sign, but saying, "I want to see the warrant. I want to see the warrant." And that guy, and they were recording the whole thing, and that scared this guy off. The sheriff turned around. He started heading off the property. The code enforcer got the heck out of there too. So
they were in unmarked cars, both of them unmarked, two different cars. Yeah. And they were wearing uniforms, but they had jackets or something. You couldn't see them. They wouldn't give their names, badge numbers, anything.
Well, they got out of there, and this sign I think is an awesome idea. Everybody ought to have it, you know. I think they would think twice about crossing that line once they read this thing.
Yeah.
Because nobody has the right to enter your property without your permission. That's the bottom line.
Warrant based on probable cause.
Unless there's a warrant, that's right.
Or they see a felony being committed.
Yes.
Then they can enter.
Yeah.
Other than that, misdemeanor, no. Felony, yes.
Right.
So the other thing I did want to tell you about the notice is that it was left in the mailbox with no postage and no envelope.
Yeah, they just dropped it in.
Oh, that's against the law.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So we're starting the process to with the mail fraud. The mail fraud complaint form just went out, and it turns out that the fire station, the guy who gave the citation, the fire station that he says is from another town like 8 miles away, and we have a separate station under CAL FIRE that's a different station. So he may have been giving a citation that's completely out of his jurisdiction as it is.
Holy cow. You guys are about to have some fun, aren't you?
Yes, we're about fun. lots of fun. So Alliance for Citizens' Rights is the name of this group.
Yeah. Alliance for Citizens' Rights. Don Casey and Ken Freeman have been at the head of this group for quite some time. And Casey has gone off and studied a lot. Now, there's probably few people that know actually as much as Don does regarding all of these auspices of Agenda 21. Matter of fact, I don't know if you watch Glenn Beck, but I was watching him today, and he was talking about the word governance. And the first one I ever saw and even heard describe the meaning or define the meaning of governance was Don Casey, and he did this a couple of years ago, and now Glenn Beck is doing it because it's coming right out of the White House now, and it's all Agenda 21 stuff.
Absolutely.
Global environment, global government, and so on and so forth.
Government,
yeah. And
I can make a suggestion. Several. Study the codes and find out what a county has to do to be a county, and then do an open records request to see if they've got those incorporation papers.
Yeah, I picked that up too, Don.
Yes, do that.
Okay.
And do that, since you're unincorporated, I do that for a city, but you're unincorporated, so do it for the county. And you might be surprised. That might help you out.
Okay.